Yeah, watch it go quick tonight. Look at see, just like that. We don't know. Hey Ken, how you doing, brother? Yeah. Just gonna make sure that we're live before we start. I see all the chat scrolling now, though, so that's usually a good indication. Have
Yeah.
you have you ever gone back and watched the beginning of the show and seen how much we get cut off at the very beginning?
Mhm.
Kind of funny. All
Sometimes.
right. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we're live now. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. It's been a very busy week. A lot going on.
Mhm.
Fall is here upon us, so I think that's a great topic of discussion tonight. We're going to talk everything fall when it comes relating to drones. I have my niece who's going to make a special appearance tonight during the show. It's going to be awesome to have her here, and I see some other people in the back who joined us. So let's get the show started. And good evening, United States Drone Society. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Chris. Hey, Dominic. How you guys doing?
Great,
Yeah,
man.
good evening.
Yeah.
So we got
So,
feeling fall this week, huh?
yeah, we're feeling fall this week, and I don't think we're just feeling fall this week. I just think it's that time of year, and
Look
I think it.
behind you.
Yep, I think it affects everybody differently. So I think it's a great topic of discussion tonight because there's a lot of things that we can learn from, where people, how they handle the change in season here. I know Dominic's not going into fall; he's getting ready to go into summer. He's feeling nice.
Well, I can tell you how I felt 6 months ago,
Yeah, yeah, that'll work. You could tell us your input there also.
and I could do it in one word.
Go ahead, do it. I want to hear it.
It starts with S and has HIT after it.
Ah, shite. I got it. It works, works, works,
That's how
works.
you explain autumn. It's the
Yeah,
worst part of the year.
yeah. I don't completely agree with that, but that's why it's different for everybody, and we'll get into it tonight, and we'll let's say hi to everybody in the chat. My wife was first, my number one supporter,
Yeah.
Always good.
and Jody. How you doing, Jody? Glad to have you here.
Hello.
And we got Bud in the house. Bud will be joining us for open chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Angie Anderson's in the house. And I actually think she joined us. I believe she joined us. I can't see her at the bottom just yet, but I have to scroll over. But I think she'll be joining us for open chat potentially, which would be
Yeah.
great. And Jim's in the house. He'll be joining us for open chat. How you doing, Jim? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Jimmy.
And Ron's in the house. How you doing, Ron? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Ron.
Wow, this is like all the chat that happened before the show even started. And Warren's in.
Yeah.
How you doing, Warren? He's lurking tonight.
As usual.
And Christian's in the house. How you doing, Christian? Big shout out to Christian too. He was helping me. He was helping me do some analytic research on YouTube, which is really cool. I appreciate your help.
Oh, cool.
And Brian, how you doing? Waypoint New England. Glad to have you here. He took a phenomenal shot this past week. I think it was this past week. I haven't been able to fly. It's been too crazy. We don't have no car right now. It's getting fixed, and the wife started a new job, so it's been a crazy week.
And hopefully it's fixed soon.
Yeah, they said we should have it by the middle of this week, but then on the Progressive app they say the 16th. But I kind of want it for the 12th so we can go, and care of that. But it is what it is. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but like I said, though, with that meetup that we're planning for next weekend, if you need a ride, buddy, I'll take you up there.
Sweet.
Bam.
Yeah, and we got Bill Walton in the house. How you doing, Bill? Glad to have you here. And Alex Haggert's in the house. How you doing, Alex?
Alex.
And Jeff Norman, he'll be joining us for Open Chat tonight. Got my niece Dev in the back too. I don't think she's in the chat, but she's watching. She'll be joining us for Open Chat. First time here. Glad to have her here.
No, I could see her.
Oh, she is in the chat. Yep. Sweet. Trusty old Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. And Ken, he'll be joining us tonight for the Open Chat. He's in the back. And David Ross is with us too. I don't know if he's chatted in there, but David Ross is with us.
Let's see him.
I think that's about everybody. I think Jim was the last one. So with that, I think we'll play Community Corner today now. What do you guys think?
And right after, I'd like to make an announcement.
All right, sounds good. We'll do Community Corner, and then Chris got something you want to say. Let me find it. There we go.
Thank you, Angie. She had a tour, I guess, of the Midwest recently, and I was following her, and I figured I'd post her pictures that she was posting on her Facebook page.
Yeah. Yeah, the photos were great. I have not been able to get out and go flying, and it's killing me. I want to get out and do some flying, but it's just it. It's like everything comes in waves. All of a sudden, you have nothing you got to do, and then next thing you know, you get 10 things at the same time. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, though. We're just about coming out of all the craziness right now, especially when we get the car back. I did want to say, though, I mentioned earlier that Christian helped me do some analytic data, which was kind of cool. I learned some new things about the analytics, but one thing that happened too was I had reached the 4,000 hour watch time needed to get fully monetized on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who's watched my videos and helped me get this channel more monetized with ad revenue. But I'm not really sure how the ads work. So if you get ads during the live stream, I don't know how that works. I know that if you have YouTube Premium, you won't get ads at all. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. So if someone gets an ad during the show, can you message me and let me know at what point? I know nothing about it. So
Mm.
I prefer that they not give the ads during the live stream. I'm sure they're going to play them before it for people who don't have like YouTube Premium, maybe. But I certainly hope they don't run them right during the show. I'd like them not to do that. So yeah, with that, let's bring in our open chat panel tonight.
Yeah, and I'm going to let everybody know too about the Castle in the Clouds meetup up in Maltonborough, New Hampshire this Saturday,
Wish I
weather
could go.
permitting. So the whole idea is just we want your pilots around the area or whatever to come up and just have some fun and look at some great foliage behind me here. You could see it. That was I was there last year. We didn't have any really good foliage down in the lower areas, but we did.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Angie.
So
I'm
I'm gonna
having really
post.
bad Wi-Fi out here, so hopefully
Yeah.
it'll hang in there.
Good
Hey
evening.
guys, how y'all been? Thanks for
Actually,
showcasing
honestly,
my stuff.
I think this is the best I've ever seen your camera quality. To be honest,
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
we
keep
did.
getting cut in and cut out, so
yeah.
that's okay.
So,
My new phone.
first
While
and
Angie's
foremost,
on, I can actually point to her. I have a question. How many of you guys have been South Dakota?
I had.
Two
I
of
have
us.
now.
Go.
Three of us.
That's where I was gonna run away to when I was a kid. 'Cause
God,
nobody would think of looking for me in South Dakota.
I can't see the
Well,
chat.
I posted it
No
on
one will
Angie's.
think of looking for you in New Bedford, Chris.
yeah, nobody's looking
I
here.
posted it on Angie's feed that
Oh,
South
man.
Dakota is the
Let's
most
be clear on
underrated
that.
scenic state we have.
hmm
Nobody goes there.
Yep.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
At first you think there's like nothing there, and then it's like bam.
Yeah.
Well, you got Rushmore,
Hold
right?
on, before we go any further, I just want to say my niece is here for the first time tonight. I want to introduce her to
Hey,
everybody.
how's it going?
Glad.
Hi.
Yeah. Don't be nervous. If you're nervous, once we all get into talking, you're gonna do just great.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Don't worry, Devin.
I'm always
This
nervous
helps.
too, so
Hey,
I don't feel nervous
doing
at all. The
well,
guys are
thank you.
great.
How are you?
Devin, this helps.
Want to share?
Yeah.
All right. So
Where
tonight,
are you?
topic of discussion, we're talking fall, and the first aspect of fall that I want to get into that I notice is, depending on where you are, especially here, we have all the falling leaves, and it gets pretty dirty on the ground. Does that change the way that anybody flies? Do you use a landing pad when you normally don't? Would you hand land more and take off? I find that I don't like to get the drone too close to the ground because of all the leaves, the wet leaves, the dirt, everything. So, what do you guys?
I just
Oh,
I
never
clear
seen
space
you
out.
hand a drone on the
One at a
ground.
time.
You always
Oh,
hand.
hold on, I see
Why
in
do
Jim
you ask?
first. Yeah, I see in Jim ready to answer first. So let's go with Jim first.
How many people have gotten a leaf sucked into the front of their camera?
Not
Leaf,
me.
you go
Not me.
home, you're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
Well, especially with the Avadas, because you're flying low and you're sucking them up, and wham! Next thing you know, there's your camera view gone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In fall, I don't like flying low. Like I love flying along pathways and just 6 inches above the ground and great. But when there's too many leaves, no, that's not good.
I just for taking off, I just use my foot to clear a space and plop it down and go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
taking off usually no problem. All the leaves blow out of the way.
I put it on my
I'm
drone
like
case
I
that
said,
I have.
Paul,
Yeah, you could do that too. Put it on the case.
Hey,
That's a
Brad.
great idea. Too.
I'm surprised
It
to even
lightens
hear
the
you
dirt.
ask that question, Paul, because I've never seen you land a drone. You always hand catch them.
Yeah, but there are times where I will, like, especially if I'm flying with the goggles on or I'm leaning against the car, the wife will put the drone down for me, or my son will, if the ground is clear. But
Yeah,
especially, you're right. For the most part, I like to do hand landing.
yeah.
But it again depends on the environment, and I find that in the fall, I will not put it on the ground at all. It has to be
Too
on
much dust.
something. Yeah.
Yep, too much dust to get in the motors.
What I've been doing is I've been
Landing pad.
hand catching, and I've been landing it on and taking off from the roof of my car.
You can do that
What
too.
about the magnetic
That's a
interference?
good
Doesn't
one.
that ask you to calibrate all the time?
No,
No, that was
Really?
the older
Yeah,
drone.
DJI is pretty good
I've
about
seen a
that.
lot of people do that option on
Yeah.
the car. And
Yeah, it
on
works
top of
for
the
me.
car. Mhm.
The glass roof?
Some people do that exclusively.
I mean,
Yeah,
totally
Or
something.
convertible top. that
problems.
won't work too much.
People had problems with it
Yeah.
at one
Yeah.
point, and
I will typically take off from the ground. I mean, everything has a little bit of dirt, but not much, and I've never had a problem with dirt getting into a propeller and having it, in any way affect the drone. So if it's a sandy area, then I'll use a pad,
Yeah.
or I'll take off and land by hand. But it's never been a problem for me. And again, I don't do FPV and fly 6 inches above the ground either.
Yeah.
I do.
Now,
Hard formats work great.
Now, I would imagine that, like us, you have certain areas during the year that you like to go fly, and areas that might not look so great in the fall. So for me, I like to go in the spring and summertime and capture like lighthouses, areas where there's the beach, where there's a lot of colors in the background, right? But when we get into
Sure.
fall, I want to go up north to New Hampshire and catch the foliage,
Of course.
or I like capturing I like capturing weather when it's gloomy and cloudy
No
during the
color.
fall and winter, because I think it just when you get the HDR photos, you get some really cool looks that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So where else is there somewhere that you guys fly specifically in the fall that you don't normally fly?
No, I just fly everywhere.
Just fly
Anywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, of
pretty
course,
much.
like you said, though, with the colors, it makes a lot of difference. And up here in New England, we have a lot of options for that, so that's always a good thing. But still, like the season really doesn't, for me anyway, it doesn't dictate where I fly or don't fly.
Yeah. And speaking
Yeah.
of fall foliage, Chris, we have a trip coming up here, and he keeps dropping the location in the chat. This is going to be the meetup spot. If you're in New England and you could be in New Hampshire that day, that'll be great. Hopefully the weather is nice and we can.
You picked the Jewish holiday, guys, just so you know.
You know what, Jeff?
Rosh Hashanah.
I feel bad because Jeff came real close to where I'm at. He came out here to go, fly over by Foxborough Stadium. Well, sorry, Gillette Stadium. I can't say Foxborough Stadium anymore, but
You
you
can still say
guys
it.
got some really good photos. Ken got a real banger there too. There's some great photos. I would
Yeah.
love to have gone.
Hey, if you snooze, you lose, right?
Yes, snooze you lose. Who else went by the way? Who was there?
Who went? It was Ken and Deneen, who's from my area,
Mhm.
and myself, and all the rest of you guys had other better things to do or something. But
Lightweights.
well, listen, I arranged the best I could, and
Oh,
I
you did well.
idea out there, and I found a really, really, really good
You got the best of
takeoff
us.
spot.
I had a bit of travel to do.
Yeah,
So
Ken, we had a really, really good takeoff spot, right?
Yeah. Yes, we did.
We will
Yeah,
never
it was.
publicly mention because I'll make sure we never can use it again.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say.
Okay, but
I'm not gonna say.
we'll share it with our friends and we'll text you there.
You go by mine. It was
No, it did not go by
Yeah,
yours.
y'all been
Yours was
rocking
not.
with the drone shot.
Yours would have been a stretch, and this was way safer
Hmm.
and way better.
Yep.
only the stretch because it was D&D, right? Because it
No,
was really close. It was like,
nothing as close as ours, buddy.
all right.
Yep.
So
I'm,
a lot of us live in a city setting. I live in a city. Jim lives in a city. David, uh, but like areas where Bud, where you live out in the country during the fall time, do you catch any of like the wildlife? With the trees thinning, can you get a good look at like deer or wildlife with your drone?
Well, it's been a while. I mean, we have deer, turkey, possum, all the
Everyone's got
normal
turkey.
wildlife.
We're going
Oh,
crazy
all
here.
the roadkill.
But
Sounds like dinner.
it was a it was a couple of years ago. We had, what do they call it, a boar frost or whatever, where it was January, so the leaves were all down, and I'm just flying the timber down at my farm, and by God, there was 12 turkeys and three deer as I just did a
Wow.
slow, pan by. Never saw them while I was flying because I was concentrating on the, particles of three or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Upon review, it was like, whoa. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, one of the greatest experiences I had flying was coming across the seals in Chatham. When I was flying the drone, it was unexpected, and I came across them there. And I think that I'd like to do more of that. And I think fall would be a good time for it. Would be put the drone up and see if I can catch any wildlife, like kind of like Joanne Steidel does. She goes out and she captures all
Mm,
that, like
oh, she's crazy.
yeah, she
yeah,
captures
Great
really
stuff.
incredible scenes, like
Yeah, she's
chase
got a lot of
he
great
scenes,
just
like
stuff.
really, really knocks it out of the park each time.
My
Those
dream.
whales.
so I suggest that if you're out flying and you're not really focused on taking any photos or video, look for some wildlife over the fall and see if you can capture something and record it. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool. It'd just be interesting to see what you can catch. Of course, my luck, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get two animals doing it, and I'm not going to be able to share it on the show.
Yeah,
But it would be
Yeah.
cool to go out there. But where do we do that? I'm in a city. We really, what am I going to watch the rats make out? I mean,
yeah,
a
why not?
Go out there and you're going to catch a cold. Is all you're going to catch.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
Anything to catch.
Paul, wherever you are, you bring up a good question. Do you have rural area around you or no?
Oh yeah, yeah, we do. We just have to travel. But right
Rural?
now I have no car, so I can't do anything.
I
Not
understand.
really that far, really. I mean, we got Lakeville, which is like about 10 minutes away from us.
Yeah,
And that's
Freetown too. That area.
Yeah,
Freetown. Yeah, I
Freetown
mean,
State Forest would be good. You're not supposed to
Yeah.
fly in there, but I could take off outside and fly over it.
All I
You
was
bring up
going
another good question. Here in Kendall County, where I live, our forest preserve won't let us fly. But yet I have a state park that's like, bring your drone and bring us what you shoot. We want to, use it. So
Mhm.
I don't get it.
That's different.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't get it
different
either.
people, different rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But how did
normally,
how?
everyone complains
Hold on.
about rules, but normally rules are meant when someone does something stupid, and they have to create a rule to stop
Right.
people from doing stupid things. So
But
Agreed.
how did the forest tell you not to fly?
he,
I
he listens carefully.
So I need a show of hands here. I
wind.
need to know how many people on this panel actively do work with their 107. So
No.
we have Jeff, and that's it. So Jeff, now Angie
Kinda.
sometimes
Yeah.
I pose this question to you specifically.
Uh-oh.
Now we know how not having the leaves on the trees can be an issue when you're taking photography because it really cuts out some of that, uniqueness of the photo, the look to it, that just makes it look nice on the eye. How do you deal with that if you're shooting for a job and you have a lack of foliage on a tree or something for you to like? How do you compensate for that? What are some of the things you do?
You don't. It is what it is. There's
Yeah.
things you can do in editing, but putting leaves on trees is stupid. If they want it now because they need it now because their business is opening now, then you do it now. And if not, then you do it at the most appropriate time. I do houses, and fall's the best time because the leaves are there and colorful. So
Now, do you adjust your edits in any way though if you have to? Like, do you change?
every edit is unique to that photo, to that image. So yes, I adjust every edit of every photo to make it the best possible.
Fair enough.
But there's nothing like when it's fall, I always do this. No, every photo, because every minute of light is different. The light changes every second.
Hey, Dre, thanks for joining us tonight, brother.
Hey,
Hey, Dre.
Hey.
Hey,
Howdy,
Hey,
howdy.
Dr.
Yeah, I have one
Dre.
client that stays in the springtime. So I mean, you just kind of gotta. That's what they want for that time. That's what they want for that time, and then
Exactly.
kind of
Yeah,
just
that's all you can do.
keep shooting,
I'm actually glad
keep
Dre was
playing.
tuned into. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, but
Dre, you got you know anything about Amazon jobs?
all
I
right.
do the solar panels on the roofs.
Let's say you're shooting a Midwestern farm timber. You would want
Oh,
the
you're set.
leaves off so they can see, the land. So it just depends on what you're. If I'm not a 107, but if you're trying to, sell a piece of property for a real estate guy, you would want to see the whole property.
But
Maybe
if the
take
sale's
one in the
going
spring,
now
take
and they
one in the
want the
winter. I
photos
don't know.
now, then you shoot the photos now. And
Yeah.
a lot of times, honestly, people don't. They say they want something, and then you give it to them, and they go, "I don't want that.
Not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That looks terrible.
Yeah.
You told me to
Or
do
they
that at exactly 5:30 on Monday night, and I shot it at 5:30 on Monday night."
or they save a lot of it for later too, later in the season,
Mhm.
and then post it then just to make it look fresh.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Dre, what do you got to offer here? I know that you employ your drones for all sorts of work. So how does the change in season affect your job? Are there things that you have to do differently?
Well, like anything else, I do different type of work. My work primarily is mapping, and I do work for surveyors, and I do solar work. So for me and what Jeff does or what Angie does, time of day is quite different. For the work I do, they want as much sunshine as possible for that because that's what shows up for them for the most part. Doing solar work, you got to depend upon the angle of the sun. If the sun is too straight up in the air, you can possibly get too much glare on the panels. So you kind of want to work around that 9, 10 o'clock time frame or later in the afternoon around 2 or 3 o'clock to avoid the glare off the solar panels.
Yeah.
So there's different aspects to every type of work that you do and how the needs of the job, of what you're doing. Like I said, what Angie and Jeff do, whoever the client is, you shoot what they want. Shoot what they want. Because you try, and that's why I always try to be picky when I get jobs like that. I did a Costco job a while back of a new gas station they just rebuilt. And I just gave them shots that they wanted. They wanted shots at night or right at twilight area, and I gave them what they wanted.
Turn your
Simple as
mic.
that. Is my mic too low?
Yeah.
Your,
No,
your
you're
mic is
Okay.
a little
A little
strange.
distorted, but it's
Sounds a
fine.
little
Yeah.
loud.
Okay, I know I've been having issues with my equipment for the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on, but yeah,
Still really good.
a lot of times you're at the will of the client, and I say sometimes they will listen to you and say, "Hey, maybe it's a better idea if I shoot this at another time. You'll get better results." So it depends on a lot
It's
of
just
times.
hard
It
to keep
depends on
consistent.
the relationship that you have with the client.
Yeah.
correct. Agreed.
Dre, your drive or your input is very high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
You sound
maxing out. You're
distorted.
distorting. You're distorting.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
how
over
about
peaking.
now?
Okay.
A little
So
better. Try
turn
it
the
even lower.
input. Turn the input down.
Yeah, yeah. I've been
There
having
you go.
weird things with
Much
a
That's
lot
better.
better.
of stuff lately.
Much
Is that
better.
better?
That's
Okay.
better.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
better.
but Dre, don't you live in California?
But much
Yes, I
better.
do.
Yeah, but do you get fall in California?
Depends
Not
on where.
really. No, I mean Southern California, where I'm at, fall is a myth.
It's a
We go
hoax.
we go we
A
go
hoax.
straight from summer like
The
today,
sky
October 6th, 100 degrees.
Oh,
Okay,
isn't the sky
and like
technically always on fire though? So that kind of
well,
counts.
yeah, I've had 3 wildfires. I mean, within about I would say 20 minutes of my home over the
That's
last
crazy.
month. So
bummer.
It's sad.
well, and like I say, it's impacted my work because I was supposed to do an Amazon job, do the solar panels on it, but the airport that it sits at, because it's one of those Amazon air facilities, I couldn't do it because the firefighting air support all fly out of that airport.
Oh,
So I told the client, I said, hey, it is Amazon people. I said, let us wait till they get the fires contained before I go over and start asking for permission to fly basically at the airport because when firefighter aircraft fly, they fly low.
yeah.
They fly in low, they
They
fly out
sure
low,
do.
and they stay low. So I
Yep.
don't want to have any
Low and
issues with
shallow.
them having to avoid what I'm doing there right off the runway area.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Don't want to cause any trouble with that.
Right.
Yeah, the other thing I'm curious about too, and I think it's a good topic to bring up, is there might be some people who don't fly as much during the fall and the winter. I'm sure there's quite a few of those in the community who do that, and I think it's important that you learn how to properly store your batteries. And over the last week, someone had
Hmm.
posed a question in the group about proper battery storage. So, I think let's go. Ken, you know a lot about drone batteries. Why don't you got
well,
some advice for people storing
yeah,
batteries?
actually, this is what I do. You can get these anywhere, Walmart, even like a CVS or a drugstore. You get the insulated lunch bags. You don't have to get the big ones. You can get small ones. And so what I did was I got an insulated lunch bag. I got a pocket warmer from Amazon, a rechargeable one. Put it on, turn the pocket warmer on, plopped it in the bag, put the batteries in the bag, and I actually flew last winter when it was about 25 degrees, and my batteries were, I don't even know what temperature they were, but I was able to fly because they were warm enough. So,
Yeah,
I mean, you can get battery warmers out there. You can spend a lot of money and get them, but I mean, you can spend like, I don't know, $10 for one of those lunch bags,
We're cheap.
$15 or so for the pocket warmer, plop it in, and you're good to go.
yeah. Don't fly with cold batteries.
Nope, you
That's
can't. You
a
can't.
horrible
Yeah.
thing for you to do. And if you're going and you're traveling somewhere and the drones are in the back, maybe put the drone batteries in the back seat if you have room where they can come to temperature with the car. Being warm.
Yeah,
Either that or what I do sometimes if I don't have the bag, I just put the batteries in my pockets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
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 that works too.
Yep.
Warmer
I put
than
the batteries
outside.
not in my pockets. I put them touching my body on an inside pocket, or
Yep.
because that keeps it warm. That's warm. But if Paul's question was about storing them, is at this point pretty much everything after the Mavic 2 Pro the batteries are designed to self discharge after three
Okay.
to 5 days, and it goes down to about 50%. The whole idea is drones are one of those things that need a ton of power really fast, and the batteries are designed to provide that. But if you store that in there, the batteries will swell and the life expectancy is a lot less. So they all pretty much, Autels and DJIs from that point on, even the Air 2 from the Air 2S, they'll self
Who
discharge
does
to a
this?
point and
Oh,
they're pretty safe. Back, I know people that basically it was a part time job for them taking care of their Mavic 2 batteries, and it's nothing I ever want to do. But so as far as when you're done with your flight, you don't want to keep them too low. I would say charge them up fully. They will self discharge when it comes to that time, which is 3 or 5 days. The battery in the bag will get warm. Don't be afraid of it, and that it will be fine. But I fly a lot in the fall and the winter. I think the winter's beautiful, actually,
yeah.
on the days when you don't have the gray clouds, because then things are not great, and you can't use sunrise and sunset and get the beauty of that time. But yeah, I would say keep flying. Just keep the batteries warm when you need to use them. Keep them inside your coat as close to
yeah,
your body as possible.
yeah.
Yeah, not
And Brian
but
says he tries to cycle his batteries at least every 3 months and then store them back at 60%.
Yep, and they go down to 60% automatically.
yeah.
At
Yeah,
least, but
Yeah.
my all have DJI and hotels that I own.
Is there any reason why we should cycle them all the way down?
No,
should
no
never
battery.
cycle
I
a
will tell
battery
you,
down. Yeah, yeah,
as
yeah.
someone that
Not
owns
all the
a
way.
Climb to
Tesla,
40% and then charge them this much.
I will tell you someone that owns a Tesla. I've been an IT consultant for over 40 years, a professional photographer since I was 17, drone pilot. There's no current battery technology that is good to bring it down to zero
Hmm.
and to
So
go back to 100. Honestly, we do that with our phones just because it's convenient, and pretty much everything, almost every battery technology that's out today, the chemicals in it work best if you don't go below 20% and don't go higher than 80. We're not going to do that with our drones because we want to cut it off, but we're going to generally bring them back down pretty
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like for instance, my Tesla, I charge to 85% every night, and that's it. Every battery, every laptop, every cell phone, every drone of current technology, and that does change because back when it was an iCAD, that was a different story. But no, just
Oh yeah.
keep it between 28 and 80. You charge it up to 100 if you're going to use the next day. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So it's best to keep even like okay. Sometimes I'll go out right. I'll fly. and maybe I'll use two batteries, and then the third battery I'll only use like 15 minutes. So should I go and charge that battery too?
It won't hurt because it will. If you have a drone past a 2S or past, it will cycle down and we'll get rid of the excess energy if you don't use it in 3 to 5 days. No
Mhm.
harm at all.
Because I notice sometimes I won't use my drone for a month.
Killer crickets going on in
I'll
here.
look at them and I'll put them in the charger, and they'll only be like maybe they don't go down very far.
Yeah.
They're
No,
still
they will go down from 100 to about 60. And then
yeah,
it
exactly. I
totals
see about three dots of green, and the third dot is always blinking. So I noticed that they don't go down past that. So
Yeah.
because
Now,
that's how it stores best, somewhere around that 50,
Right.
60%.
I'm curious though. I would imagine that out of all of us, Dre probably has the most drone batteries with all his equipment. I'm
Yep.
curious, Dre, how do you do battery management with all that you do? I mean, first of all, do you have any idea how many batteries you have for
That was going to
one?
be my question.
And for two, how do you manage it to cycle them all and keep them all properly tight? Like, what is your method?
Well, the biggest thing for me is I don't go through those times of the year like you guys do with the winter issue. I fly year round. My biggest concern is flying in summer, keeping my batteries cool enough. So that's what my biggest issue is.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as far as the number of batteries for my Maverick 2 enterprise level drones. I have three of them, the Enterprise Advance and two Maverick 2 Pros. I have some like 16 batteries between all three of those drones. For my Phantom 4 Pros, I still have somewhere around 18 batteries for those, but they're starting to dwindle down because of age. And like I say, some of those batteries go back to 2017, 2016. So they're starting to just fail to hold a charge. So I'm
Yeah.
at I'm at the crossroads now with those. Uh, I buy what I need because I don't fly those drones hardly at all anymore since I've gone over to the Maverick 3 Enterprise level, and I have those. I have 12 of those batteries between the Maverick 3E and the Maverick 3M. I got 12 batteries for that series, and then I have 6 batteries for the M30T.
Oh
That's a
wow.
lot of money in batteries.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
Right.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Easy.
that's
that's
why I
got
tell people
me.
and that's why I tell people who are in the commercial, just like Jeff knows, if for any of your gear, it's the maintenance of your gear that you have to reinvest in more than anything else.
Yep.
Batteries,
Now, who
SD cards, camera straps,
I just
camera
bought
bags,
one and it's
all
been
this kind of stuff is all internal maintenance, internal investment in yourself. But there's nothing worse to go out to a job and you don't have enough batteries, or the batteries you got are not good enough, or you don't have a backup SD card because the one you got is failing or whatever. I mean, this is what I'm saying. You almost got to duplicate everything that you have in your
Yeah.
inventory to
Merchant.
make you have
I
the
CT Pirate.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it. And that's another thing too, Dre. How do you insure for your drone jobs? Considering your social, who do you use for insurance?
I go through I guess it's BWI. I have $1 million policy
Yeah.
for my business overall. and
Where,
and and that's pretty much standard across the country. Some areas require more, a lot of areas require less, but $1 million will put you pretty much in the sweet spot for your insurance. And that's why I saw a thread somewhere where somebody was upset because I think it was they got a letter or email or whatever from Drone Base saying that they didn't send their Part 107 card or whatever else. They were going to turn their name over to the FAA and
I
stuff.
saw that. I saw that this week.
Right. And I always tell people, I said some other clients and stuff, like for me, because I do work for government agencies, I have to show them my insurance rider paperwork,
Oh,
or you may not even get on the job site.
You
yeah.
actually have to name them as a co-insured.
That's right. A lot of times they'll ask that, and then you have to put them as a co insurer on your policy, which I don't like that. I said no. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but sometimes you can't get around it.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you use for insurance, Jeff?
I forget the name of it because I buy on a year and I don't even remember because I've got travel insurance and I have business insurance, and the drone is um, it's liability as well. It's not, because that's really the big thing. The drone falls
Right.
down, it may break something, but I forget the name of it now. Shoot, I won't be able to look it up, but I'll let you know.
Does anyone else use Skywatch?
Yeah.
No.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. That might be coming from. I don't know. It sound like maybe it's Dominic. Someone moving a chair somewhere. I think.
Wait, before we go further, I have a question for Devin. How did you get your cat to sit there? Wait,
I think she's frozen.
oh,
Yes.
bummer.
That's
All
why.
right.
Ask
on.
and answer.
Oh yeah. She knew. She's like, Bud's about to ask me a question. I'm out.
Asked and answered. Yep.
It's like,
So,
not-
anybody down here? Are you gonna go to the Blue Hills at all? The Blue Hills. We went to the Blue Hills once and got some great foliage.
That's only 2,000 miles or so.
Nice.
Well, let me ask, where are the
Yeah,
Blue
right.
Hills? Because I'm familiar with the White Mountains in New Hampshire. Where are the Blue Hills?
Blue Hills are actually in the middle of Massachusetts,
Yeah.
Oh,
a
okay.
little south of Boston.
Yeah.
I was up
Sorry,
in and
spent all
around
my
there today,
vacation. I
Chris.
can't.
It's in
Nice area.
the Milton, Massachusetts area.
Oh yeah, it's great. I got a few videos out of that area,
Yeah.
and you can, because it's a state park. There are certain places you have to park to kind of like be legal and stuff. And I found a little farm area where you can take off from. So if
Yeah.
anybody wants to do that, maybe the week after or 2 weeks after.
Yeah, I was up in Hull this afternoon, so that was right on my way back up and back.
Oh yeah.
Hull?
Hull is
I
nice.
used
But
up.
Where in Hull? Right
I
at the
flew,
end?
I flew from the high school and I flew it over
hmm
Boston Lighthouse.
Yeah, I love that area. That's where I parked. Right on the it's like kind of like right on the parking for the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Right at the
Right
right
there.
at the high school. Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna go.
You were able to get the Boston Lighthouse from there?
I had to fly 2.5 miles, new record.
Wow.
What'd you
Whoa.
use?
2.5 miles.
I had the Mavic 3 Pro.
All right.
That's a long ways.
'Cause I had to go.
Nice job.
Edit that part out of the.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
to.
but
I
you
had
know
to
what?
go
2.5
find a place.
miles.
I had to go find a place to fly just to get Boston Lighthouse. I had to go like about a quarter mile down the road, and I went and parked at a seawall.
Yeah.
And there were people sitting on. They were standing on top of their truck, and they
Yep.
were getting it with like a
You
professional
can fly
camera.
it right at the farthest end of Nantasket Beach, and you get a great flight. And then there's also all sorts of marshes and stuff like that inland that you can fly up there, and just a really cool area. So,
And it's also important
Yeah,
to
it was.
mention too that when you're doing that kind of traveling,
Yep.
it's always, always, always important to bring a coffee. Let's give away a mug.
Wow, what a segue! What a segue!
Hashtag DS in the chat for your chance to win a United States Drone Society coffee mug. I'm gonna set the timer. You guys got 2 minutes. Hashtag USDS in the chat. If you're outside of the US and you win, I'll PayPal you, Venmo, whatever it is, $10. But now's your chance to win. When that time is up, your chance is gone. So my wife's gonna keep going until Lachey gets one. Skylar's wife or fiance. Good luck, everybody. Got a minute 38. That was a good segue, huh? That was good. Yeah. So, what do you think? You like having the timer there? Kind of keeps us down to a 2-minute time frame. It doesn't.
Yeah,
go
I think it's much better because it gives people a little bit of
Yeah.
time to go and take a piss or whatever they need to do.
Yeah. And Jeff says hashtag Lachey. Wow, it looked like everybody dropped back in there. When I switched the scene, I must have dumped everybody. Crazy. 1 minute left. Hashtag
Yeah.
yes.
So, Ken, Jim, you guys have any idea if you're going to make it up to the meetup this weekend? Everything's going to be nice. I can't hear. Hold on.
Yeah, I have the offstage feed muted.
Okay, I just. Sorry, I put the offstage feed back.
It's almost time. You got 20 seconds left. Hashtag USDS in the chat for your chance to win one of these coffee mugs. Man, I've had this coffee mug for a long time. I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's going to be
10, 9, 8, 7,
Nope. Here we go.
6, 9.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Who's going to be the winner? Who wins? Congratulations, Amy.
That's the first time she's won.
Yeah, send me your address on Messenger, and I'll send you.
Congrats.
Let me add everybody
Everybody's
back. That was so weird.
Yay! We got everybody back.
I think I got everybody on here. Let's make sure I'm not missing anybody.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm back. Yep,
Everybody's here.
Pauline's in the middle.
So that's
Pauline, yeah.
Amy, yeah, send me your address on Facebook Messenger, and I'll ship you out a mug.
Yeah, she's been a very. She's contributed to the community corner for the past 2 months.
Yeah, and so I did a little something special. I had sent Bud a package. He's getting it tomorrow,
Blood
and
the Spud.
he's gonna do a unboxing video for us. So we'll look forward to that next week. We'll get to watch Bud's unboxing video. We'll see what I sent him from the DJI box, and yeah,
Hi, Amy.
that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
congratulations.
before I unbox, should I be sober or have a few cocktails?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want.
All right.
You gotta have.
You're a grown golfer.
You are Bud the Stud. You can do whatever you want.
You gotta have. A few. It'll be more fun when you have a few. So.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
in.
why not?
That's funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, what was? I'm sorry, I missed his nickname again. What was it? Bud, you did Bud the Stud this week,
Bud
right?
the Stud. Yeah, remember you went and made that little video for him a few weeks back. You know, he was like,
Actually,
dancing.
I have plans to do more, but I've been so busy. And on a side note, I wanted to mention my health journey that I've been on.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I've been actively trying to get out and do more physical activity. It's hard to do sometimes because, when you're disabled and you have issues with your legs and your back, it makes it really tough sometimes to get around. But I have been very active trying to get around and take walks as I can.
Good.
And I'm down 35 pounds. So,
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Good amount.
down
Look at
35
his
pounds.
neck. Look at
Look
his
at
neck.
Beautiful.
I almost don't have a second chin.
You
I'm
getting
just
there.
waiting. I'm just waiting for the day my scale says stop saying one at a time. Then I'll be happy.
No, but see, that's the stuff that's going to motivate you too, which is
Yeah.
the great. I mean, it's hard. It's so hard to get started, but when you start to see changes like that, you're like, "Holy crap! Okay, let's go!" And you just don't even think about it after that. You just do it because it's like a lifestyle change, and you just
Yeah, my wife gave me a hug earlier today, and she could actually touch her arms behind. She could wrap her arms.
and that's it.
Yeah. Ben still can't, but he's only 3 feet tall. So yeah, as long as he can wrap his arms around my arm, I'm good.
That's all.
Yeah, and I'm finding that I have more confidence to go through it because I'm doing the intermittent fasting. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going and I'm only eating during certain time of the day between like 5 and 8.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I have to eat
You're
at
crazy, but yeah.
I have to eat at 11.
Yeah, see, one would think that it's crazy, but after you do it for a while, my body's become used to it. By the time it's 5 o'clock and time to eat, I'm just then starting to get hungry. My body's growing accustomed to it. But here's the thing: I'm diabetic, So what I'm trying to do is the intermittent fasting is really helping lower my blood sugar levels, and it's helping my digestive system to heal properly, so I can process food better.
Good.
Because having diabetes isn't just about what you eat; it's about how your body processes it. So you could eat completely healthy with diabetes and still have issues. It's all about you have to maintain and
You have to do it at a certain time.
yeah, you got to do it right. So I'm really trying that, and I'm not. I have one cheat meal a week, and that's on Sunday. I usually have one cheat meal a week, and even my cheat meal is a healthy meal. It's just I have an extra meal on Sunday. So, so
All I
that's
can say
yeah.
is keep it going, Paul. I
Yep.
mean,
No, but once in a while you can have like a cookie. You
Well,
know,
last night we got together and we
Maybe.
had a movie. I had a movie night with my two nieces. We watched a Halloween movie together as a family, and I had popcorn last night.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
You do
had a
that
sense.
once in a
It was
while.
sensible. See, people don't. The popcorn's bad for diabetes because it's high on the glycemic index. But like you said, I can't just say no all the time. Sometimes I have to have a treat. So we had a family night, and I kept it reasonable. I didn't overeat the popcorn. I had some popcorn with the movie, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, so I'm still going to do those things. But yeah,
I
so
had a,
thanks to
I had a,
everybody who supported me.
I had a Klondike bar last night.
Yeah. What to do for it?
God, it's been
What did
years.
you?
Actually, I don't want to know. I don't
I
want to
couldn't
know.
not. It was in the freezer. It was a mint chocolate chip Klondike bar. Nobody had taken, you know. No, I grabbed it.
Liberty.
I was
What
rich.
what did you do for a Klondike bar?
That's what I'm trying to
I
find
just
out.
took it. I didn't do shit for a Klondike.
Hey, so and Dre working over there by Death Valley almost all the time, right? How many times do you put the drone up and just hover it above your head and look up and like I know you do that a lot. You got to.
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, this is unusual weather for us. October, 100 degrees.
Whoa.
But now you said leaning back, looking up, because I sleep on top of the covers because it's so hot at night. But my shoulders get stiff. I can't look straight up and look at the
Oh.
because it's just so painful. Because I just
Yeah.
ultra stiff in my shoulders.
See me, I'd be pulling that hard hat off and just putting the drone up there and letting that air hit my head for a while.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's gonna get hot. Now,
Well,
how do you do it? How do you
that's
do it
why you
with your
keep the truck
batteries?
running. I can say keep the truck running with the AC on.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep the truck running with the AC on.
And you put your batteries in there too to keep them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nonstop. Why I say why never leave my equipment in the vehicles. Take them out. AC office. Let them sit in there. When I show up on on a job site, a lot of times my batteries are nice, cool to the touch, and everything else.
But the
We're
drone
good to
has to
go.
be acclimated to the current.
Yeah, because you'll get fog and all that kind of stuff.
Well, see, out here in California, they always get that joke about dry heat. We don't get that issue out here about the lenses fogging up
Really?
Yeah.
because our ambient temperature is very low in moisture. So we don't have to worry about you guys who live where you have high ambient temperature levels or basically humidity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
Yeah.
causes your fog in your
Yeah.
lenses.
You take a drone outside of the car, it instantly fogs up.
yeah, absolutely. You got to wait about a half hour before you can even fly because it's got to acclimate and get the condensation off the lenses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
with
We
that.
don't. I don't have that issue out here.
All
And
right.
I,
Well,
and I experienced that when I visited in Texas a few years back with my regular DSLR. That as soon as I take it out of the bag or something out of the vehicle, it would just fog up.
yeah.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
All
well,
right.
listen, we have.
All
Oh,
right.
go ahead, bud.
Wait. First of all, Dre, this is why. Wait. Where are you? You're over there. No, you're over there.
I'm
Whatever.
next to you, bud.
This is why we like you, because you don't fog up. Other than that, I don't like your weather.
Hey guys, Angie just wants to say she's having a little problem connecting back on, but she just wants everybody to know. Hope they have a great rest of your Sunday.
Yeah, great. And we're running out of time. We have 8 minutes
I'm down to
left, so
about
I
8
like to go
minutes.
around
Oh boy.
and give everybody a chance to say what they want to say and promote what they want to promote. So I think we'll go with Jeff first.
Hey, just
Nice
want to
job, Jeff.
say thank you for doing the show. I appreciate it. I have nothing particular drone wise other than that event. I wish I could be coming up this weekend, but as I told you, I cannot. But hopefully, third time will be a charm when I come up there to meet with all of you New England crew. And one day, if I'm ever looking around at some silos, I'll look around for Bud, and hopefully he'll be there.
Yeah. And I have to say here that if you look here, Jeff Norman is a man who's at my heart. Because look at this picture behind him.
Oh yeah,
I don't care how bad the Pats may be sucking it right now.
that
Oh,
does.
they are.
They're sucking it good.
I lived through one of the best football teams in the history of football.
Me too.
So thank you so much, Jeff, for sharing with us. Thank you for being here. And we will talk more next week about your idea with the cover photo. We'll work on something there because I do like the idea. It'll be nice. We'll try something new, you know?
Sounds good.
All right, Jeff. Thank you, brother. Have a great
Thank
week.
you. You
Jeff.
too.
And David.
Hey, Dave.
All right. Well, Paul, great show today, and it's so apropos because I've been flying the last couple of days. As I mentioned earlier, I was in Hull, Mass earlier today, and then yesterday I was in Woods Hole on the Cape, and there's some colors starting to come out there. But I think this trip to next week to Winnipesaukee and with that castle there, I think the timing is going to be perfect. So
It is.
I am most likely, I'm going to say most likely going to be there with you guys.
Cool.
So if
All right,
anybody
we're
needs
looking
a
at
ride,
like
let me
anywhere
know.
after 12, anywhere after noon.
Anywhere in the
From
afternoon.
from noon till 4, I would think,
Yeah, that's about right. That's
around
about
that
right.
area.
Yeah, and Dave, do me a favor and duck for a second.
Duck.
Yeah, duck for a second. Do you see that lighthouse right
I
there?
know that lighthouse.
Listen, that's not the lighthouse in Falmouth, in Massachusetts. If you're in the area, go check that lighthouse out. It's gorgeous. What a place!
Nobska. That's
Nobska.
Nobska.
Yep. Oh yeah, I got some gorgeous shots
Yeah.
yesterday, and hey, we're staying up there as long as we can.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate having you here tonight.
Hey,
Thanks, guys. See ya.
love your shots, man.
Thanks, Dave.
Alrighty.
Now, Dev, do you want the floor? You want to say anything? You want to promote anything? Are you nervous?
I'll say something.
All right, we'll let her. We'll give her the floor.
Hi, Dev.
Hi. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. It's been a great and fun experience, and I hope to be here again.
Yeah, that was great. I know her.
Joining us.
That's my niece. I know her.
That's my uncle.
Yeah.
All right. Way
Yep.
up there.
All right,
We're
so
some
I'll
normal
put you
people.
in the back, but you don't have to go anywhere yet. We stay a little while after the show and talk in the back. So if you want to join us, you're more than
You
welcome.
can't get rid of me that easily anyway.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. It was awesome to have you here. This is great. Now we just got to get Randy on here with you. It'll be awesome. All right, and with that, we'll go with Dre.
Dre.
Hey,
Dre.
let me first got to bring up the Vegas meetup here coming up in about a little more than 30 days to go. Those of us who are living in the western part of the country, I expect you guys to be there. But I appreciate all you guys from the East Coast who are making plans to come out. It's going to be a really big time, big show. DGI is the primary sponsor of this, and
That's great.
word I got on the street from Bob, I think there's about $5,000 worth of giveaway prizes from DGI themselves
Holy cow.
at the event. I think he posted a link or a picture of the T-shirts on there. And Friday night, the drinks are on me. I am sponsoring I guess the meet and greet on Friday night. So like I say, you better get there early because my wallet is not very big.
Mm.
Now, the
Yeah.
last thing I want to talk about is I would say support my man Bud.
Well, I'm going to start
Bud,
running now.
I want you to stay on Old Farts with Drones. Everybody's opinion is valued and needed. I got some pushback this weekend over a video, and most of the people who pushed back on that video didn't even watch it. They saw the title and accused me of posting a scam and other things. So don't run from the nonsense. Stand tall. As they say, the young kids say, standing on 10.
Yeah.
10 toes,
Great.
standing
Thank you for
strong.
pointing that out.
Thank you so much. And I do
know
have
the
to
things
say
you're
that
talking about.
if Dre is paying for the drinks, everybody go drink up because All right, even if he can't pay for the drinks, Dre looks pretty healthy. He can wash a bunch of dishes, so you'll
I
drink
don't
it
know,
up.
Dre. That was just an invitation for me to
All
go.
right, I'm on my
Drink it
way.
up.
All right, Dre, thank you so much. Oh, and speaking
All right.
of the Las Vegas meetup, I've kept a link always in the description of every live stream, so you can go to the description of this video and find a link to the information for that meetup. So, yeah, thank you so much, Dre. Appreciate it, brother.
All right.
Thanks, Dre.
See you, Dre.
Peace, Dre.
And Bud.
It's been a crummy weather weekend or week, but I've adopted a new kitten that Paul and Ashley got to see.
I saw that.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I saw that too.
I got no sleep last night, and I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. But anyway, great show, Paul, as always. And I like the idea of the photo of the week becoming the banner, starting Monday morning. Chris, work on that. Chris, work on a different nickname for me.
I thought Bud the Stud was great.
But you already used that.
No. Paul used it for the little the video.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ken, you posted something hilarious on one of my posts about my cat, and I can't remember what it was, but anyway. And Jeff,
Oh boy.
Jeff
That
always
gives me an invitation
I remember what it was.
next
I'll let you know.
week's Bud middle.
Anyway, I got to move along because I got to move along. Kevin, it was a pleasure meeting you. You're still in high school. Enjoy your younger years. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks,
before
Bud.
you
And I
forget.
have to say, we do have a new nickname.
Bud.
Bud, new kitten smell Bieber. So,
Yeah.
You know what that means.
yeah. All right, Bud. Have a great week, brother. Appreciate having you here.
Take it easy,
Y'all,
buddy.
See you,
y'all
bud.
fly safe.
And Jim.
So, I got my Avada one replaced.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, I thank you. It's been it took so long. It was like forever, and I couldn't do any of this. But I finally got it back. They gave me a brand new one and charged me for the repairs.
Great.
The old one. So for like $104, they gave me a brand new drone. So I'm pretty happy. Yeah, yeah. Now I gotta send the Mini 3 Pro. It's kind of a little bit of a gimbal issue, but yeah, I'm hoping that this goes as smoothly as the Avata one does. But other than that, it's been good. I got to get up in the air again, and it's been sorely lacking. So what else can I say? Get out there, fly often, fly far, fly high, and as far as you can, whatever.
All right, Jim. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you got your drone back and you're in the air again with it. That's awesome. And
Yeah, doing this
DJI is
again.
really good. DJI is really good with that. If they, a lot of times they can do a quick repair, but they'll still ship you out either a brand new or refurbished one that's like brand new. So
They've
you
treated
just
me
get
well.
it done quick, yeah. And in instances too, they'll even ship out a drone before you even ship them the drone that you crashed or damaged. So
If you pay more ahead of time, yeah, you'll get one right away. They'll instantly send you a brand new one, no questions asked, and then figure out what's going on with your old one.
yeah, but no matter which way you
Yep.
put it, the drone insurance they offer is worth it. So never sleep on it. Get that, So Jim, thank you so much. I hope you have a great week, brother. Enjoy flying.
Yeah, we're going to see everybody soon.
Yeah, and it's great because I had a Mini 2 that had gimbal issues.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I even sent it out and I didn't have a Cara Fresh. Just
Yeah.
and I sent it out. They fixed it for $90, sent it back, thing's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
They sent me a whole new drone.
Yep. And it worked. It was beautiful. And it
Exactly.
was quick. I love it. I had the same thing happen when I sent my Mini 2. They actually repaired mine, but it was so quick when it came back. It was like brand new.
Yeah.
With that, I'll give it to Ken.
How did I even get to be last anyway?
I don't know, but how'd you get back in the basement
I'll laugh.
again?
Oh, because I'm not printing anything.
Last, buddy.
So hey, Bud. What I had said was you were looking for a name for your cat, so I had suggested Silo. But
Dude,
anyway, weather's going to be good this week, so I'll probably hit the skies as much as I can. With the suns, I usually do sunsets, and with the sun setting earlier, it's a little harder because it's starting to hit like the rush hour period, and it's hard to drive anywhere. So I'll do what I can. Chris, I'm going to try to make it on Saturday. It just seems like everybody is doing just about everything on Saturday now. So I'm hoping that I can still at least break away to get up there. So we'll see. I'll let you know during the week to see, where I'm at. But as of now, I'm hoping to still get up there because I really want to. So
well, I'll
um,
be there. So
other than that, everybody fly, post shots. Even if you don't think that they look good, everybody else is going to think they look good. You're going to inspire people. I'm inspired daily by all the stuff that you guys post here. Paul, great show as always. Dominic, Chris, good to see you guys and everybody else. And that's it. I'm out.
thanks,
All right,
Ken.
Ken, thank you so much. Have a great week, brother. Appreciate having you here. And I have to say, next time anybody sees Bud on a live stream, you should just say out loud if you're on the panel, "Hey, Bud, that was a really nice thing that you said about your wife earlier." And I'll tell you why, because the best name for that kitten is Whiskies. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best name for that cat. And as soon as I told him that, he's like, "Nope, the wife already ruled it out." So, Bud, that was a really nice thing that you said about your wife earlier. Very, very nice. You must really love her. And I'll go with Dominic.
Roast.
Well, we've just had our daylight saving added, so that means that the sunsets are a lot easier to get to because it's later in the night, and the sunrises are an hour later as well. So we're going towards spring, and everything is slowly warming up.
So you have a daylight savings time like us?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
First Sunday in October.
yeah,
Yeah, we're in November, I think, right?
Yep, you're a month later. Yep,
Right.
yeah. All right, thank you. I appreciate it, Dominic.
no worries.
Chris.
Well, basically, boom. I'm just gonna shoot the directions there to the Castle in the Clouds meetup, which is the hiker kiosk and parking area, Ossipee Park Road, Maltonborough, New Hampshire. Actually, I have, you know, some friends and family that live up there too. It's a beautiful place. I mean, you'll get what you see behind me, but you'll get to see an actual uh, beautiful house and a carriage house out right on a cliff. And I got it last year, and I'm hoping everybody can come up and check it out. You know,
Yeah, great. I'm hoping everything works out good. It'll be nice.
you'll be up there no matter what.
Now, I want to say this week's been a tough week. I've had some breakthroughs, which are really nice. I'm working on my health, which is really good. But you right there, if you're having a hard time and you're struggling, reach out and get help. Don't do it alone. Dial 988. Reach out to your friends and family. If you can't get help there, reach out to your local communities. You can find help somewhere. You don't have to do it alone. Thanks for everybody being here. And Bud, that was a really nice thing you said about your wife. She should reconsider renaming that cat. With that, thank you.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the outro. Great show tonight. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm not even going to pretend like this isn't about to loop on us in the background here. It's just going to wait until I decide to say the joke before it happens, right? All right. Well, I guess not. It's going to go. Well, I just have to say that I went to the ear doctor this past week, and they told me that I'm going deaf. And I got to say that was really hard to hear.
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh? Huh?
What'd you
What?
say?
Ah,
What?
get out of
Didn't
here.